The final video is uploaded. I just sit there staring at the screen. The analytics dashboard is blank. It will take a few minutes for the first few to register if one ever does. The cursor blinks on the title. It's just done. The 100 days are now over. This is my final attempt to save my Roblox career. And my only thought in my head, the only question left, is a quiet one. Was it enough? Okay, rewind. It's not day 100, it's day 1 right now today, on Monday, January the 22nd. And I have exactly 100 days until my college graduation. 100 days until Roblox's new changes force me to quit after college, get a piece of paper for a degree in marketing and television, and officially mentor a job market that is, well, it's dying. Faster than my YouTube channel, honestly. So here's the mission, the only one that matters. I have 100 days to save my Roblox career. If I don't make it on Roblox YouTube by the time I graduate, this entire chapter of my life, the dream I've had since I was 12 years old, ends. It's over. This is not a challenge video to me. This is not content. This is my actual life. And for the next 100 days, we're documenting the final attempt to save it. So, what does making it even mean, right? When you're 21, it's not about viral fame. It's not about 1 million subscribers. That is a child's dream. The adult version is way less glamorous. It's about sustainability. It's about brutal, simple math. Let's do the math. To survive after graduation, to not be forced immediately into some, I don't know, retail job that has nothing to do with anything I spent 12 years learning, I need a specific amount of revenue. From YouTube ads, from sponsorships. It's the difference between hobby and sustainable. That's the real goal, not some flash in the pan viral hit. And covering all of this are the real job offers, or the lack of them. I'm graduating into a film and television industry that's in total collapse. The jobs I trained for, they're evaporating. My co-op got canceled last week. So this isn't some pie in the sky get rich on YouTube scheme. This is not it at all. This is about buying time. It's about using whatever I can build here in 100 days to buy myself one more year. One more year to try and build to actually make this work without the backdrop of debt and family pressure crashing down all at once. The goal is to be allowed to keep playing the game. Because the alternative is a television field that doesn't want me, doing work I never loved for people who definitely don't care. So the math is simple. The clock is ticking. And I have no idea if the numbers will ever add up. So to understand why this feels like a last stand, you have to go back to where it started. I was 13 and YouTube wasn't a career path. This was an escape hatch. The dream was simple. Internet money and freedom. That's it. Naive. Make videos, playing Roblox, get famous, escape. I don't even think I knew what I wanted to escape from, but the feeling was so strong. I made that specific I failed as a Roblox YouTuber video, but what that video left out was the specific cringeworthy desperation. It's not just that the videos were bad, everyone's are, it was the mindset. In 2016, the platform's culture, it was something else, and it's coming back today. It was the drama, it was the exposing people. It's this performative, outragey anger that gets views. And as a kid, you internalize that. You think that's what you have to be to make it.
Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of History and Analysis, where we take an in-depth look into a YouTuber's history and I give my personal take on this YouTuber.
So I'd make these videos, I'd beat myself up if I didn't get like 400 views. That was my benchmark for total failure, 400 views. My entire self-worth was tied to a 3-digit number on the screen. And the content itself, I look back now and I don't see a creator. I see a kid screaming for validation. I wasn't building anything. I was just throwing noise into the void, hoping some of it would stick and make me feel like I was worth something. The realization didn't come all at once. It was a slow, sickening feeling. The more I made, the more I hated the person I saw in the videos. I was contributing to that exact same toxic filth I was swimming in, and it culminated in things that I can't really talk about without getting flashbacks. Flying across the country to meet other victims, trying to expose bad people as a child victim myself. It was unfathomable. The world was so broken that kids are having to do that. And I was one of them. I have nightmares about it constantly. I genuinely cannot sleep some of the nights because of the things I saw and did back then. And all of it was wrapped up in this idea of being a Roblox YouTuber and a hero for someone that wasn't a hero for me. So the decision to quit 2 years ago wasn't strategic, and it certainly wasn't a break. I had to stop or I was going to lose my mind. Walking away didn't bring me peace. In fact, it brought me shame, a deep, heavy shame that followed me for years. I had wanted this since I was a child, and I not only failed, but I failed in a way that left me with severe damage and turned it into a source of sheer genuine horror. So I buried it. I told myself that that chapter was closed, that the kid who wanted that was gone. But the ghost of that first channel, it never really left. It's the ghost I'm still running from. And now, with 100 days on the clock, I'm basically turning around and asking the ghost for a second chance. So I quit YouTube, but I didn't just leave Roblox. I couldn't. It was still the only place I knew how to make money and make it fast. I just found a different path. I taught myself Roblox music and UI design. I started taking commissions, and for a little while it worked. Actually, it worked incredibly well. I had this page, I Am, and the music I made there blew up. I was making $10,000 a month at 19 years old. Let that sink in. $10,000 a month from making beats and sounds on Roblox. It was intoxicating. It wasn't YouTube fame, but it was something better. In a way, it was quiet professional success, a different skill. I'd made it through a back door. The worst part, that money attracted the wrong people off the platform too. I'd have girlfriends, partners, and their interest would always shift once they found out about the music money. And then their careers or our relationships would come crashing down in this dramatic, messy way. I went from being a person to being a bank account, a resource. And that's when the money dried up, and so did they. So that detour, it taught me a lot. It taught me I had skills beyond screaming into a microphone. But it also taught me that on Roblox, success is fragile. It can be stolen in a heartbeat by people you trust. And it leaves you with nothing but receipts and regret. I returned to square one, but I was carrying this new weight. The knowledge that I could make it, that I touched it, and it could all be taken away by a single bad person or a dishonest person. And that's a much harder place to start from than simple, naive hope. So YouTube was dead, music was dead. I needed a real Roblox career, something for LinkedIn, something that looks like a grown-up job. So I pivoted. I became a community manager and social media strategist for Roblox brands and studios. On paper, it was perfect. I was using my platform knowledge, my understanding of the knowledge I know in the industry. I was technically a professional in the industry I loved. Here's the reality they don't put on the LinkedIn profile. We're lower than filth.
Roblox LinkedIn is ran by a lot of people who do not know what they're talking about and overcharge at the same time, which I find crazy.
You are a social media manager who gets paid $1 over minimum wage. You are the first to be blamed, the last to be thanked. I'm backwards in the next clip because this is really backwards. Guys, I'm gonna be so honest with you. It is day 97 and I'm just here to show you how bad it is, okay? I made this post, right? Watch out, Roblox LinkedIn. Crypto people who aren't knowledgeable about Roblox are now coming here, trying to sell you consultancy services about a game they learned 2 weeks ago. My motto, always hire adjacent to the UGC space. That's Roblox, right? Guess who liked this? All these crypto people trying to basically scam people out of jobs. Yay! The job market is so cooked, it's actually insane. Like, you were up posting memes at 2 a.m. for a brand that sees you as entirely disposable, and you put up this perfect cover online. This image of success, of being in the inner circle. I cultivated that image for years. Look at me, I work with top Roblox brands. But behind that cover is constant grinding instability. I was a W-9 contractor. There's no safety net and no benefits. There are just short-term contracts that could end at any time. And they did. Over and over and over. I've been laid 3 times this year off alone, not because of my work, but because the entire company I was contracting for would just shutter operations. I'd show up on a Thursday and my login would just stop working. There's no warning and no severance, there's just silence. The worst was this year. I finally landed what felt like the role the social media community manager position for a major studio I'd worked so hard to get into. I was building strategies, writing these huge Google Docs that actually worked. And then on a random Thursday, the company just stopped. They shuttered. My entire livelihood gone with an email. And you're just left there staring at a blank Slack channel, realizing you're not an employee anybody cares about. You're a line item that got deleted off the cog. And then you have to take 5 contracts at once just to make rent, which is an insane amount of work. You're being paid in anxiety in the deep, humiliating knowledge that in the eyes of the platform you have given your life to, you are worth barely more than the kid flipping burgers. Hi everyone. So, I don't know if you can see, but let's look up the time right now. What's the time? As you can see, the time is 8:07 p.m. on Tuesday, January the 27th, 5 days. And this has genuinely just happened. I don't even know what to say. Like, genuinely, I didn't even plan this to happen. But Roblox just replaced all classic faces with dynamic heads and has announced that the classic head and face categories will be removed from the marketplace. Unfortunately, this will also affect all limited faces on the catalog, and limited heads will eventually receive their own version. Now, that might not sound bad, but I'm gonna go to Godspeed, my friend, who has literally made a living off this, and so have I. My entire career was in virtual fashion. Here's what he tweeted. This guy has literally paid off his house from Roblox. He says, Roblox is taking down all of your faces. Roblox plans to take down all dynamic faces which do not move on March 3rd, and then delete them from your inventories on June 15th. Thank you guys for all your support after the last couple years. I don't even know what to say. I genuinely feel like crying. This has been my income, virtual fashion, a lot of it. I mean, I've worked for DressX, I've worked for companies like that. Yeah, this is actually really upsetting. If I can't make a living on Roblox, and if he can't make a living on Roblox, and he has spent over, I don't know, 5 years trying to make his family out by Roblox, how am I supposed to do it? I don't know. So, that was the professional illusion, the safe path, the backup plan, and it crumbled faster than my first YouTube channel. It left me with nothing but a list of closed companies on my resume. And this crystal clear understanding, there is no safe harbor on Roblox. Not in music, not in development, not even in the real jobs around it. The entire community and economy is built on sand. And I was sitting in the middle of this sand, watching the tide come in.
I think I'm very ugly crying, so I'm not going to film myself crying for attention. This isn't about that. This is about my friends, my income being taken away. I'm not faking this at all. I think I'm gonna have to go full in on YouTube. I don't really have a choice. I'm putting this in so you guys know that I don't do this for content. I don't think a lot of us do, and I think you've been noticing that a lot of people have just quit entirely. This is why it's extremely hard to make it on Roblox. I've tried the past 12 years, and yeah, changes like this that kill entire groups of creators are devastating. This isn't just something I'm saying, this is something I mean. There is no reason why I would want to make like $3 a video to not be putting out genuine things out there. And I think this is what a lot of people fundamentally misunderstand, is a lot of your favorite YouTubers don't just do this for money. We do it because we love the platform. And that's one thing that a lot of people can't understand. And having changes that just killed my friends is just so entirely devastating. And it killed me.
What do? You go back to school. You get a degree, a real one. That was the plan anyways. So I enrolled college for broadcasting and television. The sensible path, the adult decision. I'd learn real editing, real narrative structure, real production. I'd enter the legitimate industry. It felt like a surrender, but a smart choice. And let me just tell you, I was good at it. Academically, I've always been good. I can put together these massive PowerPoint presentations on like Romeo and Juliet with so much passion. I understood story beats, pacing, and visual language. It's the same skills as YouTube, right? So I'd get 80s in my production classes. But there was one single class I failed, a core requirement. And because of that, I had to retake an entire year of college. One failure in my sensible path got a year longer and a year more expensive. This failure was about something breaking. My diary, lectures, and notes from that time, they're not just these notes from our lectures where we would learn about stuff like the 180 rule. These are documentation of a mental health collapse. At this time, Roblox and what have you. The environment itself is still extremely toxic. So my classmates who are watching this video, I don't like you. Because my classmates, a lot of them still ridicule me for caring too much. I'd see the edits these guys turn in for projects. These shitty, low-effort cuts, and they'd get a passing grade. And the entire time, I'm surrounded by people in class who celebrate what they see as the inevitable failure of my silly Roblox career. They'd seen the 1am nights I'd spent working on client contracts. They knew about the layoffs, and to them, it was proof I was chasing a childish dream while they were being realistic. The cruelest irony of it all is I'm studying broadcasting and television, an industry right now that is dying faster than my YouTube channel. The entry-level jobs are locked. The unions are locked. The studios are paying off thousands. I am literally studying for a future that is graduating and disappearing in real time just like me. This channel is my last idea. This one last idea. It's stupid, it's desperate, but it's revived the YouTube channel, but not like before. Never like before. This time there were rules where I cannot cover drama or trends or cover whatever the algorithms seem to scream for. There is no contributing to the gilf that broke me when I was a kid. I had to create content that didn't just make me hate myself. Content that felt inauthentic is not something that I want to make anymore. I want to make content that feels authentic when I watched it back, even if that word is completely cringe. It was my only way I could even look at the upload button again. So I revived this channel BetterStrange after 2 whole years, and I've been going all in. I mean all in. I'm spending over 40 hours a week on this channel on top of college. On top of really a full-time job I'm essentially getting paid $5 a day for. I still edit in between classes and I write scripts a lot instead of sleeping. And I know how privileged that sounds, to even have the time and mental space to try. But this feels like a last-ditch trench I was digging with my bare hands. I'm not trying to be a Roblox YouTuber. I'm trying to be a documentarian who uses Roblox as my focal subject. See, my platform is my setting, but the stories were about people. And this is what I try to portray in my videos. The struggle of aging out of a place you grew up in. About the brutal hidden economies running under these cute avatars and the search to build something real in a space that rewards the opposite. It feels insane, but it's the only bet I have left. I'm betting my last shred of hope, my last fragment of that 12-year-old's dream on a channel named BetterStrange. The name itself is a promise to be better than the strange, toxic world I came from. It's a gamble that honesty and depth might find an audience after all. That maybe, just maybe, there are other people on this platform that are tired of screaming too. Did I finish the video? Did I say what I meant to say? Did I make something that I'm not ashamed of? That's the only win condition for each upload. The views, these are a problem for future me. Present me just has to build. And that's what I'm building, are these long-form documentary-style deep dives that take me 10 hours to edit each. And this is not a stunt. So, I'm just thinking to when it arrives, which is day 100. April 30th, 2026, which is graduation day. There's this heavy symbolism to it that feels almost ridiculous. The gap in Cowan and that I'm putting on a costume for the real world. None of this shit matters. Like walking across the stage at my college to get a degree, broadcasting and television, and all I can think about is that I'm being certified for a ghost town, knowing my entire future is uploading to YouTube. I think what I will see after 100 days of even more uploading on this channel is 100 days worth of work, and this 100 days of work means a lot to me. It's the ultimate clash of two identities that have been fighting in me for years. They graduate in the creator, the respectable path, and the desperate dream. They've existed in these same moments in the same person. They have absolutely nothing to say to each other. Yeah, April 30th will be a huge editing. I've graduated before I graduated high school. You get the paper, you smile for the picture, next! And then it's over. The 100 days are done and the clock hits 0. There's no instant answer, your videos are up, and yeah, the analytics are frozen for a few hours. Done everything you could, and it's just sailing. It's like you watch your baby kind of walk away from you. You know, you watch the other people on the stage, and you have this final brutal realization, the one that makes the whole brutal 100 days make sense. This is about not saving my career. This is about for once finally putting me first. So here we are. And yeah, I think the 100 days are about saving me, about proving to myself that I could fight for all of it, that if after all the quitting and the swindles and the layoffs and the shame, I could still get the up for 100 days in a row and build something I believed in, without selling the ghost of my younger self for views. When I was a kid at the cottage, we'd drive in this old van with a built-in movie player. We only had 2 CDs, ABBA Gold in the Chick's home. We'd play Godspeed, Street Dreams by them on loop, and I would dream of these amazing, amazing places like Yellowknife. That's still my goal to this day. I hope to one day make enough money on Roblox YouTube to be able to explore my indigenous culture, be able to dream of these places where up north it's silence and you just sort of appreciate it over time. I went there once and I was absolutely in love with it. The indigenous communities like myself are beautiful up there. And as this plays, this channel is my van. It's my vessel to the edge of this map. And whether this van continues driving, I may even be forced to quit because of Roblox's new changes that have effectively killed our careers. And that's difficult to think about. Hopefully this channel becomes successful.